How to knit backwards. So it's handy if you've got a small number of stitches and you don't want to turn the work and purl. So when you reach the end of your row, instead of turning round, you're going to take this needle, put this back into this stitch at the back, and then take the yarn around the top and off with the stitch. So this is exactly the same as if you had purled it, though your tension might be slightly different, but it means that you're not turning the work, which is handy if you've got, say, a heel flap on a sock or a pocket and you've got a whole jumper attached to you. And so into the stitch at the back, round the top with the yarn and off. Very handy for bobbles, for example, where you're knitting backwards and forwards in stocking stitch. You can do things like to knit two togethers by just going through two stitches. You can also do garter stitch this way, but I won't show that just now. So instead of purling, I've stayed the right way round. Knitting backwards is really handy for casting on over a gap or at the end of stitches, end of the row, like a buttonhole or an underarm on a top-down jumper. So we've got to the gap here. I'm going to put the left-hand needle back into the last stitch at the back. Yarn's going to go over the top like that and out. Then instead of pulling the stitch off, we're going to put the stitch back on with the left-hand needle at the back, and we're all ready to go for the next stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not sure how many we're going to cast on here. Once we've got the right number cast on, then we can just keep going. And that would be the same as if you'd turned the work and purled and cast on like that, but it means that you're not having to stop and turn the work, which if you've got a whole jumper is a bit cumbersome.